I've lived my life in this park. I've worked in this park. I did a lot of shenanigans around this park. We're really nice people. The natives are really nice people. I would find these people better friendly than Central Park. Like my girlfriend here. Hi, honey. Oh, some are friendly, some aren't.
I'm Kristen Wong Tam, City Councillor representing Toronto Centre Rosedale, also known as Ward 27. Gentrification is when when something is fast moving and we go into a neighborhood and we displace poor people and we build expensive luxury housing, and there is a rapid renewal that does not concentrate on revitalization of a neighborhood.
And my name is Susan Gapka. I've lived on and off the neighborhood for 20, 30 years. Actually, I was homeless in the neighborhood, so I actually lived in Allen Gardens and lived on George Street for 10 years. Gardens has changed so much. I'm nervous about what that means around displacing the people who are more low income, who rely on the social services.
In my opinion, the Allen Gardens neighborhood, also known as the Garden District, is not being gentrified. None of those applications for redevelopment are actually redeveloping low-income housing. So people of modest or moderate means are not being displaced out of those projects.
Some place to find a swimming pool in about the 60s or 70s, we didn't have that. So this was the quickest place to live if you wanted to go. 6:30, the beer store would open at the market. By 7 o'clock, the sun was really high up. We'd already have our feet in there and our beer. By 8 o'clock, the police would go by and say, "Hi, Rosie, what are you doing?" "Just cooling off my feet," but they knew. They knew we had beer in the bottom of the barn, but they never said nothing to us. As long as you behave yourself.
We recognize, and I certainly do as a local councillor, is that people do not feel safe sometimes.
Because what happens is the shelter closes in the daytime. I think people need to have a place to go in the daytime and more healthy options. There's street activity, there's crime.
I was taking out my kids. Somebody grabbed me by the throat, punched me in my face, and took the $15 that I had in my pocket.
Yeah.
That was the last time I went to George Street.
You know, Seton House has been, in many ways, I'd say, very poorly planned. It was very poorly designed. It was never designed as a human care facility. It was just largely almost a bunker of a building.
Some of the people who are living in the shelter system have been there for a long time.
It was never intended as a facility for long-term housing, ever.
It's important to remember that we need to look after our most disadvantaged people.
So the City of Toronto has actually been asking the residents of Seton House, what would it take for us to deliver better service to you? And so they've gone through about a year and a half of consultations internally with the population that's there, asking them what they need. Nobody wants to be living in a shelter, and of course the shelters are not designed for permanent living. So what we need to do is make sure that the new facility is going to be modern, it's going to be clean, it's going to be beautiful, because we know that beauty brings pleasure, and pleasure calms people down, and it has to also incorporate natural elements, because being around nature also brings people to a place of tranquility, and it's also allows for healing.
This is our park. This is Aboriginal Park. I don't want it to be Allen Gardens anymore. I would like to be Native Gardens.
Encourage people of Aboriginal, Indigenous background to co-locate and build business and enterprise there. So therefore, it becomes a cultural destination and a place of pride for the community. That would be the Garden District of the future.
Yeah, it should be. It should be one of the prime spots to work on. We don't need a bar. This is our bar. This is our bar. This is our park. And we're very proud of it. And you know what we say? Miigwech. Miigwech means thank you.
and I slept